Welcome to another installment of 15 Minutes with Andy, and appreciate you taking the time to stop by and listen in. We are in the middle of Season 3 and have had some really good guests and have a really good one here today that we can't wait to have you find out more about. For those of you that are discovering the podcast for the first time, I just want to let everybody know why we're doing this. This all started in our head a couple of years ago about how can we, as we start a podcast, how can we find a niche for listeners to podcasts. And our thought was, let's make this. There might be a little negativity in each story or some darkness in people's journey or story, but at the end, somewhere along the line, we hope you find a little positivity and a little inspiration maybe along the way as well, and learn about people in our backyard, because all of the guests come right now from Northwest Ohio, and certainly we could branch out to the tri-state area as well. And if you are listening and know anybody that would be a great guest, please feel free to let me know as well. And we're going to do this as many seasons as we possibly can. And again, as we said, this is Season 3. Daniel Bell is our guest here in this particular episode of 15 Minutes with Andy. Hi, Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
And as we record this, we're at the radio station, and this was your first trip to the radio station.
Oh, yes.
Hope we didn't disappoint you.
Oh, no. It's a small little radio station, but I love it. It's kind of cool being here.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Daniel Bell. Where does your story begin?
Oh, it begins in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was 6 years old when I had lost my leg. I had been child abused when I was a kid. My mom left me with some people she trusted, and they abused me. And so I lost my leg, and I had to get it amputated. So I was really...
Where did Mom go? I mean, did you spend the first 6 years with Mom?
Yes. When I was born, yes, I kind of did. I have Mom... The person I had people taking care of me, helping me out, helping my mom out. She had a social care worker at that time, but my mom's parents really didn't want to be around us or didn't want to, take care of me or help out. So she was kind of stuck in a situation there. Okay,
and Dad wasn't in the picture?
No, Dad. I didn't know my dad, or she didn't know my dad. She kind of met him, and they did a thing, and he just left.
Was it when you first went, you mentioned 6 years old going to a foster care situation, was it always bad, or was it good at some points in that time?
Some points, no, it wasn't really good.
The situation was bad from
bad get-go. My mom she was kind of into drugs. She was like in alcohol, and she was doing drugs, and she was kind of bad now. But she didn't have no help or support in her family. Her family didn't like, they was kind of racist, and they didn't like different people, so they kind of didn't help her out at all, and she needed that help. But the lady that adopted me, been my social care worker for a long time since I was a little baby, so she knew me, and she's been there to help us and try to help us get there.
Okay. So you mentioned you lost your leg. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that as a 6-year-old?
Yes.
I mean, that seemed like an obvious question, but what do you remember?
I remember actually leaving the people that my mom left me with. They trying to take me to the hospital, and all I remember is rushing into the emergency room and waking up with no leg and just, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of hard at first with that.
So what were you told?
I was told that I almost died. I was died twice on the operating table. They had to amputate my leg because it got scalding hot water with peroxide. And the lady said that I had a mosquito bite, but I really didn't have no mosquito bite.
Mm. So you leave after all the time recouping, and of course the surgery. Did you get a prosthetic right away?
No,
not right away.
No, it was all over the news. I had to go.
And this happened in Arkansas?
This happened in Arkansas, yes. I was all over the news, and they had to go through court, the file, because they abused me, and so I had to keep on coming through court system, letting them know what happened, and so they can prosecute this lady that did this to me stuff. So I was all over that news, and I had to go through it every day, going through all this interviewing and process of, all that, and So I finally got adopted. The lady that adopted me, she was my social care worker finally, and she's been knowing me since I was a baby. So they arranged on adopting me. They asked, and they had too many kids. They had so many kids already, so they couldn't really adopt me yet. But and then they finally did. So we went through the court system for that.
How old were you when you got adopted?
I was probably maybe about 6. I think I was 6 years old when all this happened. And so, yeah, probably after that, yeah.
So shortly after that. So I guess the question with all of that is, did the court system work and take care of the fact that you're the lady that had abused you? Did she go to prison for that?
Yes, she went to prison, and then probably when I was 13, she got out parole, and they didn't notify me until after they already let her out. So I had to run up there and plead to the parole board and tell them, please don't let this lady out. She don't need to be around children and all that. It was just kind of hard that they already let her out. I was kind of mad about that, you know.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you got your prosthetic leg?
I don't remember. Probably maybe my first day of school.
Okay.
One of my first days of school, I think, because I still was on crutches and learning how to walk. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
What was life like for you as you became adopted? And by the way, I want to ask, are you still in Arkansas?
No, I'm here in Bryan, Ohio.
Okay, so when you got adopted, you ended up in Bryan? Or?
No.
I guess that's the timeline. So you were in Arkansas to begin with, and then the lady that adopted you, was that in Arkansas?
Yeah, she was originally from Bryan, Ohio. She's originally from here. And she moved down there with my dad and them to get work and live in Arkansas for a long time because he has family in Arkansas, originally from Arkansas.
Is that what brought the family and you to Bryan then? Was a change in jobs?
No, what happened is my dad passed away, and so we moved my mom up here so she can be with my sister. And so my sister can take care of her. My dad wanted my sister to take care of us if something happens to him. So we did. So that's when then I stayed in Arkansas for a while, helping out my brother because his wife had passed away from cancer. And so I stayed and helped his daughter because his daughter was in homeschool. And so I had to get her up in the morning for school. She had to get on the computer and do all that and stuff. So I was home with her all the time.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
In my blood family, I have 1 brother and 5 sisters. I think, 5 sisters. Oh. And in my adopted family, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to the blood, are you in contact with them?
Yes, I'm in contact with my blood sisters and brothers, yes.
Okay, and are they scattered or are they down in Arkansas or elsewhere?
Yeah, some of them in Arkansas, some of them in West Memphis. It's Marion, Arkansas, and one is in Florida that I found out I have a sister in Florida.
Okay, so when you became involved with your adopted family, those siblings, are they all around your age?
No, they're way older than me.
Okay. Yeah. How was that to have, brothers and sisters now in a new family? And what was the whole family dynamic like? What was that like for you?
When I got adopted, I was really surprised how the family was because it was my first Thanksgiving with this family, and they came. I'm talking about the family came from Ohio. They came all the way up to Arkansas for this big Thanksgiving dinner, and I was like, whoa.
Sure.
I was shocked. They was open arms. They cared about me. They was happy that I was part of the family.
Would you call that relation? Are you close with them today?
Yes, I am really close with them today.
So when did you leave there? At what age did you end up here in Bryan, Ohio?
I was still in my 30s. I was maybe 30. 35, I think. I don't remember, about 30.
You don't look 30-something right now.
No, I'm 38. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm 38.
So most of your life was spent in Arkansas and down south?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did life improve you once you got your prosthetic and once you started to find and be involved with a family that loved and cared for you? I mean, how did that change your outlook on everything in life?
That changed my life much better. I was happy. I was really happy at that moment because I had a family that cared about me and was going to be there for me. It was fun. We did a lot of things. We went out on trips. We went camping, fishing. We did fun activities. You know what I'm saying? They always coming up here during the summertime in Bryan, Ohio for the summer to spend with my sisters.
What was so when you came to Bryan and kind of settled here? What did you like about this area?
Oh, I've been liking it since I was coming up here to visit. It's just the small town atmosphere. I like the quietness. Everybody knows each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool. You get to spread out and get to do fun things.
You know, people that I've talked to about you have said, you know, you've had such horrific things that have happened, but if you ask him or talk to him about it, you'd never know. So, and I'm sure you've had bad moments. We all have them.
Oh, yes.
When terrible things happen to us. So how did you make that kind of conscious decision that said, you know what, I'm not going to let this kind of define me the rest of my life? How did that come about for you, Daniel?
How come out that? It's just because I feel like that's God put me on this earth for a purpose, to help out with people, to build my confidence. He didn't want me. He wants to show me the way. And so I just decided to, I don't need to, have any negativity in my life. I just need to go with the punches and just, help people out. So
how do you do that? How have you, or not just now, and we're going to get to that, and your kind of connection to me and to Williams County and the United Way, but how have you done that in helping people through the years?
Really, I've helped family, friends. I kind of motivate them. If they down and out, I'm there. I tell them to call me 24/7. I will answer my phone. I will talk to you, you know what I'm saying? That's how I do it, you know what I'm saying? I tell my friends, once you become my friend, you're my friend forever.
Forever.
Forever. So it's like we are family. So that's how I do it.
Sometimes we don't get that luxury a lot of times to pick our family, but when friends become family and you make those decisions for life, like you said, there's no greater feeling.
Yeah, it is.
So tell us how you became involved with the United Way of Williams County.
Well, I was at a meeting and I was helping cleaning up after our meeting we had, and Joan Miller, she's like, well, you are a good cleaner. I might have something for you to do. And so she went into to talk to the lady that runs the United Way, and we talked, and that's how I got started at United Way. And to this day, I still love it. I love United Way.
So what do you do for the United Way as a volunteer?
Well, I clean the building. I do, if they need stuff in envelopes and like filing and whatever, I'm there, and I volunteer for their glow runs, any big events they have, I help out with that.
What do you feel when you are a part of the United Way events? How does that make you feel being involved with that?
That made me feel real good. It makes me feel great that I'm giving back to the community.
And you had a pretty big honor here recently.
Yes.
For all of your volunteer work.
Yes,
Tell our listeners what happened there.
Yes, I got nominated to be Volunteer of the Year.
Oh, and you didn't know it was going to be Volunteer of the Year, did you?
No. One day I come into the office and they said, I need your picture taken. I'm like, okay. And said, we're going to nominate you as the Volunteer of the Year. I'm like, okay, nomination, okay, all right. And so I guess when they had the big meeting, conference or whatever, they invited me to come to it, and I'm just sitting there at the table. I'm like, okay, and then I get, Andy.
Yeah, we met that day. We did.
Andy, you said, saying we got a guy that's here, and you explained it, and I finally got the award. I wasn't expecting on getting an award at all. I was just happy that I got my face in the paper, or got my, picture taken or whatever. That was fine with me, But
well-deserving award,
yes,
I might add.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. That's not the only thing that you're involved with. I want to ask you tell us a little bit about what is Community for a Purpose. What is that group?
Community for a Purpose is for disabled kids that don't have a voice in the community. That's there for us to be there for each other in the community. We go out and do stuff for the community, and we do stuff for ourselves. We help out and we get together. It's kind of like a family.
Okay. a lot of people involved. How many?
Yeah.
About 10, 15? More than that?
More than that.
30?
Yeah, more than that.
Okay.
Yes.
And I understand you hope to become a leader in this, take a leadership position.
Yes, I am about to try to become president of our group.
Oh, well, is that definitely happening?
Yes, that's going to definitely happen once I get the votes.
Okay. So you go out and do stuff in the community. What are some of the stuff that you do?
We go out and do stuff in the garden, like somebody has a flower bed that needs to be redone. We come out there and help them with that. We pick up leaves, we might mow their grass, or, we try to help them with stuff like that.
Okay. And have you had a lot of people reach out and ask to do that?
Yes, we have a few people here and there. We get it now and then, It depends on the weather.
Yeah, it always depends on the weather.
Yeah.
I also have been told, a little bird told me, that you are a master on the grill.
Yes, I am a master on the grill.
In fact, they call you the grill master.
Yes, they do. They call me the grill master.
So where did that come from? Well, you're from the South, and you love to cook in the South.
Well, it comes from my dad and my mom. They cook. And so they passed it down to me, and so I love that passion. I've been cooking. I've been working in fast food restaurants for a good while. My best friend has a couple of Popeye's chickens and, and restaurants like that. So I kind of worked there for a little bit. So I kind of have that craft there to know how to cook.
I wanted to ask you, too, Mom and Dad, are they still around?
My mom is still around.
Okay. Dad passed away?
Yeah, my dad passed away.
And your siblings, are they in the Bryan area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are in the Bryan area. I got one sister lives here in Bryan, Ohio.
And you live in Bryan?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations on that. What would you say, if people listen to this and hear you tell your story, what would your message be to somebody listening that had something really, really bad happen to them, whatever it might be, to keep going on? How would you tell them to do that and go about that?
Well, be strong, and don't let nobody bring you down. Keep going. Push through it, because it's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna bring you back up. It's gonna make you know that, hey, people are here for you. You have people that might be mean or rude to you, disrespectful to you. You just gotta lead them off and all right, whatever, and just move on and be strong.
Since what happened to you that was so bad it happened at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
as you were becoming older, whether through childhood or to your adult years, did you have trouble trusting, or is that just part of your nature that you were just because this happened to me and these people did this and it was terrible, the next person's not going to be that way? How was that? Did you have to develop trust in people?
Yes, I did. I had to develop trust with that. I had to, see who's my friends, who's people that's gonna be there for me, and who not. So.
And it sounds like now, and you can talk a lot about this if you want, that you have a really pretty big support system.
Yes.
Not just immediate family, but Joan's here with you, Joan
Yes.
Miller,
Yeah.
and people that are surrounding you with that.
Yeah, yes.
Would that be fair to say?
Yes. I am happy that I'm here in Bryan, Ohio, doing the things that I love to do. I'm saying it's fun. I did a lot of things in Arkansas, and I come up here to do a lot of best things to help out the community and do what I can do.
Do you have anybody special in your life?
Yes. I have a girlfriend.
You do?
Yes.
You can say her name and give her a shout out.
Her name is Kristen.
Oh, okay.
Herman. Kristen Herman.
Hi, Kristen. You have yourself a great guy. Tell us about Kristen. Is she? Where did you meet her?
I met her at the Special Olympics in the advocacy group that we were in.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that. If she's special, hang on to her tight.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm hanging on real tight.
So you mentioned you're 38, which, by the way, as I'm sitting here, there's no way I would have guessed you were 38. And that's a compliment.
Yeah, thank you.
What's next for Daniel Bell? What would you like to do? What would you like to try to accomplish? What all do you want to do before? You're going to live to be 100 anyway, so what do you want to do?
Well, I still help out with the community.
Do you have any big goals, big dreams?
Yeah, I kind of have big dreams. probably hope I get married.
This isn't a proposal, though, right now.
No, it's not a proposal. No, my mom would kill me if I proposed right now.
Yeah, you're not supposed to not do it during a podcast.
No.
But those are great goals to want to have to be married.
Probably travel some more. I want to do some more traveling. That's what I like. I like to do that.
Okay.
So,
where have you been, or where would you like to go? What part of the country or what city would you like to go visit?
Haven't been to New York. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Florida. Maybe Hawaii.
Ooh, that's a good place to be.
Yeah. Maybe Canada. I've been to Canada.
Okay. Well, those are all great things to want to do.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for spending some time with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
I have a speed round. I kind of gave you a heads up about this and how this works. Mm-hmm. So if you're willing to play with me.
Yeah, I'm ready to play.
I promise it'll be painless.
Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite word?
Happiness.
Happiness. It's a good word. What's your least favorite word? You can take your time. That's okay. You hear that word and you're like, it just drives me crazy to hear it because it's such negative. It's negativity. And if you don't have one, that's okay too. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
What's a sound or noise that you love to hear?
It's really sound. It's the calling of the Razorbacks. That's the sound I like.
Oh, true Arkansas fashion there.
Yes.
The Sioux?
Yes, the Sioux.
Okay. Is there a sound or noise that you hate?
Sound noise I hate. Snoring.
You don't do it and wake yourself up? Okay.
No.
Okay. No. How would you, Daniel, as people, this is again a question for down the road, but as you answer it right now, how would you like people that have come in contact with you or met you, how would you like people to remember you?
That I'm loving and I'm caring and I put something in their life, you know what I'm saying, like wisdom or, something special that they can feel in their life to get them going.
Well, I know you may not think this or probably feel this because you're somebody that seems to deflect attention a little bit, but just hearing you talk about it and kind of reading and hearing from others what you went through, I think you're a very brave and courageous young man. I say young because you're younger than me, but a man that has made it through a lot and has, if anybody that's listening that has looking for the right temperament or the right attitude, you'd be one to talk to. I really feel that way, that you bring a lot to people's lives, and I can see why that we selected you as a United Way board as the Volunteer of the Year, and I think you have some great things in front of you, and I appreciate you talking because I know some of that story isn't fun or pleasant to want to revisit or listen to or go back to. So thanks for doing that. Thanks for sharing some time with our listeners here to the podcast.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you, Daniel.
Pleasure meeting you too, Andy.
Daniel Bell, our guest here in this particular edition of 15 Minutes with Andy. Thanks so much for spending part of your time. Remember, as we have started to say at the end of every podcast, find a reason to smile and be kind today. And join us for our next edition of 15 Minutes with Andy.